America, get back on track with Dust Pod's Performance Stabilizer. When applied to roadways, it kills dust and strengthens the integrity of the road. Easily applied by mixing with water, Dust Pods is the future in polymer stabilization. Call 1-833-DUST-PODS or visit dustpods.com today.
Excel academically and athletically, equipped to become leaders in life. We are here to build on our enduring legacy and move boldly forward into the future. We are the WIAC, Excellence in Action.
Good afternoon from the Sonatec Center in Eau Claire. BlueGolds.com and the WIAC Network present men's college basketball. It is day 2 of the Market and Johnson Blue Gold Tip-Off Classic. And our next matchup, the UW-Eau Claire Blue Golds, 1-0 on the season, taking on the Gusties from Gustavus Adolphus College in St. Peter, Minnesota. Hello again, everybody. I'm Bob Radovich, joined here courtside by Andrew Thaler. Andrew, you were here yesterday to watch this Blue Golds team, and they looked impressive. New guys are blending in well with the returning veterans, and they got an impressive win over an excellent Nebraska Wesleyan team.
Oh, I mean, it took them a little bit to get warmed up at the start of the game. I mean, Nebraska jumped up to a 8-point lead, 20-12 early. But once the Blue Golds got going, they really got going yesterday. Entering into the first half, the second half, they had a 7-point lead, and then they just continued from there. Nebraska did win the second half, but wasn't enough. They even had an 8-point lead going into the last 3 minutes. They whittled it down. Nebraska did right at the end, but Eau Claire was able to hold on and hit their free throws at the end of the game. And one thing I would really like to highlight is Andre Renta. Andre Renta was a facilitator yesterday. He was able to just bring down the ball and let Michael Casper play off the ball, and that gave Casper a chance to hit 7 threes yesterday. I mean, he was amazing. He was just hitting shots from everywhere. And the Blue Golds really have a great shot today to start out 2-0.
Andre Renta out of nearby Hudson, Wisconsin. He comes from a basketball family. His dad, Pedro, a longtime assistant under Jack Burkhoff, I should say, at UW River Falls. And Andre Renta, a transfer from Division II St. Cloud State. And you hit it on the head. When you get a facilitator who's played at a high level, it just opens things up for other players. Michael Casper led the Blue Golds yesterday, 25 points. He was 7 of 15 from behind the arc. Renta added 17. Carter Hushka had 11. Carter Litzen had 8. Let's take a look at the other side. Gustavus took on UW lacrosse, and it was UW-Eau getting an 81-77 win. The Gusties led in scoring by Spencer Swanson and Wyatt Olson. Swanson had 19, Olson had 12. This is a team that has been one of the upper echelon teams in the MIAC. And, after a loss yesterday, they're going to be ready to go, and they would love to take some momentum into this following week with the win today against the Blue Golds.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I mean, the team did receive votes for a reason. I mean, they're a great team and a great program. They're a team that we really have to look for the Blue Golds. The Blue Golds just coming off that win, they have to come in thinking here just another game. Same with Gustavus. The Blue Golds are ranked right now last in the WIAC. After this week, though, they'll probably be ranked up a lot higher. I mean, Gustavus is a great team. Blue Golds are a great team. We're going to have a great matchup here tonight. I would say, height-wise, I'd give the edge a little bit to the Blue Golds. They have Harshka, who's 6'7", and they have Roxford, who's 6'7", so they have a little more height than the Gustavus Gusties. But Gustavus is still a great team, and they know how to play basketball.
Starters for Gustavus Adolphus being introduced right now. Guys, we mentioned Spencer Swanson, Wyatt Olson led them in scoring. Wyatt Olson is a hometown product from St. Peter High School. St. Peter, if you're wondering, located just a little bit north of Mankato, Minnesota. Blue Gold starters will be the same as yesterday. Andre Renta, Carter Litzen, Carter Hushka, Drew Maloney, and Michael Casper. In terms of keys to the game, Andrew, what are you looking at?
Well, if we're just looking at key players-wise, you're really looking at Michael Casper and Carter Hushka. Renta is in there too, but those two guys are the biggest scorers when it comes to the Blue Golds. Casper was lights out yesterday. He couldn't miss from the three-point line. I mean, he was beautiful. Hushka, when he was able to play, he was the biggest reason why they're even getting points going, because they had to focus so much. Nebraska Westland. If you're looking more to Gustavus here, you're looking at Spencer Swanson. I mean, he had 19 points yesterday. Then you're looking at Wyatt Olson, who had 12. I mean, you're looking at a team who can score the ball, can play defense. We're looking at a great matchup here tonight for the key players.
Gusty's wearing the black road jerseys today. They've got the gold trim, gold numerals, and gold lettering. Gustavus Adolphus on the front. UW-Eau Claire, new uniforms for year one in the Sonntag Center. Gold uniforms, the navy blue lettering and trim. Jumping center for the Blue Golds is number 3, Carter Hushka. And for the Gusties, number 15, Wyatt Olson. Ball is up, it's tipped, and the Blue Golds will begin their first possession with Andre Renta. Renta running the point for UW-EC. Inside they go. Hushka trying to clear some space. On the way, Carter Litzen follows his shot, but stepped out of bounds. Good hustle, though, by Litzen. Gustavus basketball, we're just underway here from the Sonntag Center. We got room for you. Stop on down if you can. Otherwise, enjoy the action right here on BlueGolds.com and the WIAC network. Weaker looking inside. Here's Olson. Cross-court pass off the side of the basket. And the Blue Golds back in transition. Renta up top. Guarded by Keenitz. Renta to the hoop. Step through off the glass and good.
Blue Golds first the scoreboard right now. Renta, I mean, that's what he's doing a lot yesterday. Driving in. If he's not getting a shot, he's passing it out.
Weaker on the drive, no good. Back tap out to Keenitz. That's no good. Swanson back the other way for the Blue Golds. Hushka, now Renta. Renta and Keenitz, that's going to be a good matchup to watch all day. Renta hits the ground hard. A couple guys down. 3 out of the corner, good. Carter Litzen. Blue Golds out to a 5-0 start.
Litzen was hitting threes yesterday. He went 2 for 7 from the field, but he was very dangerous out there.
Popping a 3 from the outside is Keenitz. Gusty's on the board.
Keenitz was 3 for 5 from 3 yesterday, so we do have some three-point shooter threats on both teams tonight.
Casper to Renta, follow-away jumper in the lane, no good. Battle for the rebound, and Hushka gets fouled. Foul goes on Evan Weaker. Weaker is a fifth-year student out of St. Michael, Minnesota. Went to St. Michael Albertville High School. Renta to throw it in for the Blue Golds. Now we're set. We can get it going. Casper tried to set the screen for him. Justin DeGrue, the Gustavus coach, was looking for a moving screen. But instead, the foul goes on Adam Bewin. Maloney to throw it in. Hushka. Nice give and go. Hushka off the glass for 2. Nice two-man game there between Casper and Pushka. Kick out by Barnett. Now up top, Swanson. Knocked out of bounds by Renta, and he deflected it off the fingertips of Brady Keenitz.
Renta did that
basketball
a lot yesterday. He was aggressive on defense. I mean, he facilitated defense and offense yesterday. He had 4 steals yesterday. I mean, he was just aggressive on defense. He's amazing on offense.
And the Blue Gold's going to throw that one away, and they're going to be called in the over and back. Well, you put the announcer jinx on him, is what you did.
To be fair, I was going to say another thing. Renta yesterday also, though, was very lazy on his passes sometimes. He had a lot of just turnovers that really shouldn't have been. I mean, he had 6 turnovers yesterday. So he had just a lot of lazy passes that he has to fix.
Yeah, and that's one of the challenges when you're a point guard. You want to be aggressive, you want to be that facilitator, and you want to kind of push tempo sometime. Obviously, though, you want to limit turnovers. Blue Gold's force a turnover here. Casper picks up the dribble. Pushka fouled on the drive.
They're really Gustavus is really getting after Hushka today. I mean, they're really bodying him. They're really, I don't want to say trying to take him out of the game, but they're trying to get at him.
Renta to throw it in. He's got Hushka. Give and go. Hushka off the glass for 2. Hits the deck, bounces right back up. Blue Goals by 6. Barnett swings it. Corner, three-pointer is good. Brady Keenitz has got a pair of threes. Gustavus within 3. Renta dumps it inside. Swing to the corner. That 3 no good by Litzen.
I just keep letting him shoot.
Pull-up jumper on the baseline, weaker, no good. Rebound, Pushka.
This Blue Gold team does a really good job at rebounding. They were going against a 6'11" and just in general a lot taller of a team yesterday when it came to Nebraska, and they were able to not out-rebound.
Got it blocked there.
Not out-rebound them, but
Dawson Kellen. Barnett on the drive, fouled by Litzen. And we've got our first media timeout. We'll step aside as well. You are watching men's college basketball on BlueGolds.com and the WIEC network.
America, get back on track with Dust Pods Performance Stabilizer. When applied to roadways, it kills dust and strengthens the integrity of the road. Easily applied by mixing with water. Dust Pods is the future in polymer stabilization. Call 1-833-DUST-PODS or visit dustpods.com today.
We're back at the Sonotech Center. First half action, UW-Eau Claire leading Gustavus Adolphus, 9-6. Gusties basketball from under their own basket. Kellen taking a look up top. On the drive, Barnett. Strong move to the hoop from the sophomore Miles Barnett, Maple Grove, Minnesota product, went to Wayzata High School. Caden Lecce now running the point for UW-EC, and the Blue Golds throw that one away. Another sub in for the Blue Golds. That's Cade Hall, who made a jersey switch, so he is wearing number 24 today. Cade Hall is a senior out of Boston.
Cade Hall yesterday had 15 total rebounds yesterday. Only 1 point, but 15 rebounds. I mean, he was great yesterday on the boards.
Weaker on the drive. Now getting the roll. Jake Schmidt. Gustavus on a 7-0 rundown to take the lead. Lecce picks up the dribble. However, Cade Hall was out of bounds. A lot of energy coming out of that Gustavus Adolphus bench now. The ebb and flow of a basketball game here, Andrew, and it's kind of flowing in the direction of the Gusties right now.
Oh yeah, most definitely the Gusties. The Gusties are just being a lot more aggressive on defense, I would say. They're really using their bodies to just kind of force balls in ways that they just shouldn't go, and it's the Blue Golds are just trying to adapt right now, and I think they will, but it's going to take them a little bit of time.
Foul off the ball, assist on UW-EC. You're going to get Litzen on that one. Swanson came to the jump stop, but shuffled the feet. So the turnover will give it back to the Blue Golds. Lecce with it up top. Junior out of Kenosha St. Joseph High School. Pushka cut off. Lecce probing and fouled.
Them being that aggressive on defense is going to lead to more fouls. We're going to see a lot more players on the Gusties side get into foul trouble.
Wyatt Olson checking back in for the Gusties. Also in is Carson Cook. Lecce to throw it in for the Blue Golds. Lecce gives it up. Hushka, reverse layup is good. Pushka up to 6 points for UW-EC, which is back in the lead. Post-up move right there for Evan Weaker.
We've seen a great back and forth game. The Blue Golds today now are more focusing on Hushka because the Gusties are focusing on stopping the three ball a lot more.
Here is Casper for three.
As I say that, Casper puts a three in.
The pride of Merrill, Wisconsin, his first points of the basketball game. Blue Golds by 2.
He had 25 yesterday.
Cook on the kick out. Schmidt to Cook. Cross-court pass, launching the three is Swanson. That came up short. Knocked away momentarily. Lecce gets it back. Another near steal. Extra passing by the Blue Gold, and Casper drops in another three.
Well, Casper's shown up. 2 for 2 on the threes now.
Like the ball movement by the Blue Golds on that one. Strong with the basketball up top, and then they swung it a couple times. They made the extra pass, so they wound up getting a great shot with a guy that's obviously very capable of dropping in three-pointers. That shot contested, maybe partially blocked. And here is Lecce. Lecce on the drive. He'll launch, that's short. Swanson with the rebound. Gustavus ball down by 5 as we approach the midpoint of this first half. Blue Gold's getting hands in the passing lane. It goes out of bounds, and it's UW-EC ball. And we've got a timeout. We're going to step aside as well. You're watching men's college basketball on BlueGolds.com and the WIEC network.
This is a Wisconsin farmer. She grows the locally sourced freshness, the freshness that complements the wild-caught salmon, the salmon that tees up the cheesecake that sweetens every moment. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
Nobody pays more money for nice, locally owned vehicles than we do.
We pay big bucks every day of the week except Sundays.
If you've got a vehicle you'd like to sell, bring it to Eau Claire Ford Lincoln Quick Lane.
We'll give you an instant appraisal and cash offer.
With no pressure and no obligation.
We bought hundreds of locally owned vehicles because people like how easy it is.
How much safer it is, and how much more money they got.
Eau Claire Ford Lincoln Quick Lane. Thanks for thinking of us first.
11:05 remaining in the first half. UW-Eau Claire leading Gustavus Adolphus 17-12. It is the Marketed Johnson Blue Gold Tip-Off Tournament, day 2. I'd have to say this tip-off tournament's been a success, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I mean, being able to hold it in this amazing Sonotech Center, I mean, I can't get enough of this place. It's so nice. I mean, you can just have so many fans in here. And yesterday was packed for the Prairie Wolves against Blue Gold's game. And, I mean, the noise you can hear from here, it's just such a success that you can even have a tournament like this here.
Oh, yeah, and it attracted a really good field. So, I mean, you get a team like Gustavus, one of the established powers in the MIAC. You got Nebraska Wesleyan, which is a solid program. And then UW Lacrosse, under 10 on the shot clock now. Renta on the drive, tough shot, and somehow it drops. Andre Renta. He's up to 4 points now.
Renta's so dangerous because he can just drive in, and then if they're so scared he's going to pass it away, so they're blocking everyone, and he just gets an easy shot.
Wyatt Olson on the block. Switches hands, scores off glass. Pulls his team within 5. Grant Petzold into the game for the Blue Goals. He's got the basketball now, gives it up to Maloney. Nearly knocked away. Blue Goals get it to Renta. 5 on the shot clock. Blue Goals need to get something at the basket. Petzold, no. And the rebound, Wyatt Olson. Isaac Maddie goes glass, no. Maloney the rebound, gives it up to Renta. First-year head coach Zach Malvik was calling out the play. I'm not sure he enjoyed the result of that one, but he'll like the, if this were hockey, I'd say back-checking by the Blue Golds. But hustling back on defense and knocking it away and recovering.
Blue Gold's really just trying to slow the game down now, trying to get something to develop. Last couple of possessions have not gone their way, and same for the Gusties.
Here's Paul on the drive, picks up his dribble. Shot clock running down, and Renta forced a foul after the turnover. So after some really crisp possessions for the Blue Golds early, it seems like Gustavus has done a good job adjusting and cutting off some passing lanes and just playing good physical defense.
Yeah, I mean, I think in general they're just trying to kind of more figured out what the Blue Gods were doing on offense, and now they're just able to kind of get in rhythm and kind of see what they're going to do. Blue Goats now just have to adapt off that, and they've done really good against the Pueblos, and then today against the Gusties of learning the defense.
3 on the way. It is good. Brady Keenitz. Well, he's doing his part. 9 points for Keenitz. He's dropped in a couple threes. The Blue Gold's lead is down to 2. Maloney on the baseline. Hushka spun and lost his footing, and they're going to get Gustavus on the foul. It's on Wyatt Olson.
That's
so it's 2 fouls on Olson now, and he's not a real happy camper heading to the bench.
I just don't think he was happy with the call. But, they make the call. It's nothing you can do about it.
Well, it was one of those that, he's coming out on the closeout and got tangled up. The feet got tangled up, and, one of those you could either let it go or you can call it. There's, 2 ways you can go.
Yeah, it's just one of those calls that, you can make it or you don't, and they decided to call it, and it was a foul, but you could also say it wasn't.
Did you see Hushka there? He even grabbed one of the mops, and did that. You got to get him some extra credit for that.
Yeah, we had someone yesterday.
Put that on the stat chart. Give him like a hustle play.
If we say that,
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yesterday, Connor Brown for Nebraska Westland mopped the floor 3 different times.
It's setting a trend, obviously.
Hushka's just learning.
What's a heck of an idea, you got to say.
They might start paying him.
Conan will throw it up off the glass, no good.
If I was Hushka, I'd apply for a job for mopping duty.
Well, work study, that's always a thing. Follow-away jumper, no good that time. Dawson Kellen. Again, Gustavus doing a really nice job extending on the defense. And the Blue Goals are going to get called for an illegal screen. That goes on Litzen. Check that, Hushka. So, we've got a timeout, media timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching BlueGolds.com and the WIAC Network.
Football season is just a few short days away, and here at Milwaukee Burger Company, we are gearing up for what may be our most exciting season yet.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes, act with respect, and be officially human.
Back at the Sonatag Center. 7:35 remaining in half, number 1. Gustavus basketball down 2 here at UW-Eau Claire. Second men's basketball game here at the Sonatag Center for the Blue Goals.
The Gusties right now on a mini 5-0 run.
Swanson with the left hand. Hoop wouldn't have it. Lecce to bring it up for the Blue Goals. Litzen getting set to check in. Back cut. Casper for 2. Blue Goals back up 4.
Casper only had one score yesterday that wasn't a 3 other than the free throws.
Here's Keenitz. He has led the Gusties in scoring. A little strong off the glass. And the Blue Goals have it up by 4. Out on the wing is Conan. Casper Dribble handoff back. Pushka on the cuts. Won't get the bucket, but he'll head to the line for a pair. So Isaac Maddie picks up the foul, and that sends Carter Hushka to the line. Hushka, 6'7" senior out of Farmington, Minnesota. Been a real dependable player for the Blue Goals these last few years.
Yeah, Hushka yesterday went 5 for 7 from the free throw line, and then last year in total he had a 61% free throw percentage. It's not the most reliable, but he can make them.
Somewhat of a lost art in basketball, but one of those things that you put the time in, you can make yourself be a better free throw shooter.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, coaches will just not be happy if you miss your free throws. It's one of the things that coaches will work on most.
Swanson, turnaround, no good. Dawson Kellen had a hand on it, goes out of bounds, and Gusties will keep it with 6:03 remaining in the first half, and they'll have 20 left on the shot clock.
That was the one thing that Casper couldn't do yesterday. I mean, he went 2 for 7 from the free throw line. I mean, he struggled a little bit, and that almost let the Nebraska Wesleyan team make a comeback yesterday.
Phoenix gets it in. On the back cut, Evan Weaker won't get the bucket, but he will go to the foul line. Foul goes on Michael Casper. For Casper, that is his first personal foul. You know, the thing I've noticed in this game, Andrew, is that there's been very little transition. This game has been played in the half court.
Oh, we've had, I think, maybe 1 or 2 fast breaks. It has been only transition, and that just is a tell of the defenses being able to get back in time, and the turnovers that have been very just slim. And I think both teams have also been just trying to slow each other down.
Blue Goals by 4, and they've got the basketball. Lecce to bring it up. Litzen gets to the glass and scores. Carter Litzen now up to 5 points. The lead is 6. Barnett backing his way in. Gets it off, no good. But knocks it away. And a reset for the Gusties. Open look out of the corner. That's no good. Swanson had it lined up, but it rolled off. Pushka, Gusties thought he traveled. No good that time by Maloney. And it's Gusties basketball. Weaker brings it up. On the wing, Swanson now the kick out. That shot way short by Weaker. Contact and a foul.
That's the 7th foul for the Gusties tonight. I mean, they've just had too much. I mean, 7 fouls. I mean, we're going to see them very much in foul trouble when it comes to in this game.
Foul assessed on Dawson Kellen, and as you mentioned, Andrew, it's the 7th team foul this half, so it's going to put the Blue Golds on the line, and back to the stripe, Carter Pushka. Pushka up to 8 points now.
He's played great tonight. Just always able to be aggressive in the paint.
Yeah, he's one of those guys, you know the effort is always going to be there.
Oh, I mean, he is always out there trying. I mean, and he's always using his body to get rebounds, always using his body to get shots up, always using his body on defense. And he'll be very talkative to the refs. Got him a technical yesterday.
Gustavus is really trying to pound the ball inside. That time they got a good look. It just wouldn't go down. Hushka contested that time by Swanson. Open look. Maloney, 3, no good. Hushka went over the back. You know, part of the key, you mentioned, talking to the refs and, unfortunately for Hushka, he told me that he got whistled for a tee, but older guys generally are the ones, they're kind of lobbying, they're a little bit more subtle, they're trying to make that connection with the official.
Well, with Hushka's case, I mean, he's just one of those guys that wants to be right and wants to hear it out, and sometimes he just gets a little too vocal.
Well, again, and I think most coaches, you'd say, all right, we'll take the intensity. Backing his way down low is Swanson. He'll go to the line.
I mean, yeah, as a coach, you like the intensity, but also it can really make you mad if it's going to lead to technicals. It's going to lead to free shots and free possessions for the other side.
Media timeout. We'll step aside. You're watching men's college basketball on BlueGolds.com and the WIAC network. The line for the Gusties. Swanson, another veteran guy. He's a senior out of Waconia, Minnesota. Far western suburbs of the Twin Cities. Goes 1 for 2 that trip.
The biggest change I would say that I noticed from this year to last year is just having Renta and the new coach Melvick out here. I mean, you could just tell it's just a completely different team. I mean, they've got more energy, they've got more heart, their culture is just different, and they're just playing better. They're playing a better game of basketball.
Well, you talk about energy, and who wouldn't be energized coming into this facility? I mean, it's Zorn was a venerable place as Swanson scores in the paint. So much history in Zorn and so many exciting moments, great players, the whole thing. But you come here and this is a Division I type facility.
Yeah, I mean, it just 3 by Maloney there, but it just brings so much new. I mean, there's so much new to this team. You got the new facility, you got the new coach, you got the new point guard. I mean, all this new, it just brings all this new energy to a team that really needed it.
Off the glass, no good that time for Carson Cook. Slapped out of bounds, and Blue Golds will keep it. Again, you look at that Gustavus game plan, and it's just pounded inside, pounded inside. If you can get a one-on-one matchup, that guy's going to the hoop. Yeah. Otherwise, if somebody collapses, that's when the kick out and the reversal happens.
I mean, it can work. They just got to get it going. But the thing is, they were doing great on the threes to start the game.
Extra pass, corner 3, Renta, no. Good battle inside by Litzen. Another three-pointer, good. Drew Maloney.
2 straight threes from Maloney, and now he's at 6 tonight.
Backing it in. Swanson, there's a kick out, and there's a 3.
as I was saying, they are doing great on the 3-ball. If they just keep on using it, the Gusties can make a comeback in this game.
It'll be interesting to see how UW-EC responds, only because, this game is it's a matter of adjustments. Gustavus saw what Eau Claire was doing, so they've established that, okay, here's what we're going to do. So now either Eau Claire has to change something up, or maybe it's a matter of personnel. That's what makes, courtside where we are really interesting, because you can watch all those changes. So, fascinating stuff. And the kind of game we would have expected between these two programs, and based on what they did yesterday and how they're coming out today. And they're really, when you think about it, these two programs are similar in the sense that, you want to play good competition in the non-conference portion of your season. You want to get a sense of, here's where we are. Yeah, you've had some scrimmages. You've had a lot of practice time together, and everyone's gotten a chance to get to know each other and work with each other. But it's something different when you put on the game jerseys and, play in front of a crowd in a facility like this. Taking it to the hoop, trying to throw it down, Litzen. Hoop wouldn't have that one. Gusties in transition. 3, good.
There we go. The 3-ball is working for them. But, yeah, as you were saying, you want to play tough challenges in your non-conference games. It preps you for what the playoffs are going to be if you are able to make it.
Pass inside off the glass. Maloney trying to finish through contact, but then Blue Gold's cleaning up on the boards.
Hall was one with the score there.
Launching a 3-pointer at a B-win. That draws nothing but air. Blue Gold's basketball, under a minute to go, leading by 7. And Zach Malvik is going to take a 30-second timeout. We will keep it here.
As we get to this 30-second timeout, we should thank some of our sponsors that support Blue Gold Athletics. Mayo Clinic Health System, BSN Sports, Nike, Festival Foods, Northwestern Mutual, Eau Claire Ford, Lincoln Quick Lane, Royal Credit Union, Hy-Vee, Sherwin-Williams, Dooley's Pub, Monk's Bar and Grill, Milwaukee Burger Company, E.O. Johnson, Quick Trip, Chick-fil-A, Wisconsin Army National Guard, Park Ridge Distributing, Mancino's Grinders and Pizzas, Papa John's and Larson's Company, which includes Holiday Inn, Johnny's Italian Steakhouse, Candlewood Sweets, Sturbridge Sweets in Altoona, and Holiday Inn Express in Eau Claire, Halley, and Rice Lake. Thank you.
All right. Blue Golds, we'll see if they try to go 2 for 1 on this possession or whether they try to run some clock down. Renta over to Casper.
I'd say they should slow it down and then get the shot that they can get.
Dribble handoff. Now the kick out. Cade Hall. Ooh, we're going to get a whistle and a foul. From my angle, I thought Drew Maloney may have shuffled the feet a little bit, but he heads to the line. Dawson Kellen picks up the foul.
It's hard for the refs to see that. There was just so many bodies in there, and it just didn't go that way.
Make it 7 points now for Drew Maloney. Wyatt Olson back in for Gustavus. And back in for the Blue Golds is Caden Lecce. Second one coming here for Drew Maloney, the senior out of St. Charles, Minnesota. That one long, and the rebound ripped down by Spencer Swanson. And he'll get the Gusties into the offense, but a 3-second differential between the game and shot clocks.
Looks like they'll slow it down and just wait for the shot clock to run out and take their shot when they get an open shot. They want to be the last ones to touch the ball in this quarter.
Olsen off the glass, no, tipped up, almost went in. And then on that scramble, Adam Bewin is fouled. So Bewin with the 2.5 on the clock, a chance to cut into this 8-point lead by the Blue Goals. Seventh team foul on the Blue Goals. But it's a 2-shot foul for Bewin.
Bewin shot 52% from the field last year. For free throws, sorry.
So Dawson Kellen back in, and he'll replace Wyatt Olson. That free throw is good to make it 35-28. Here's Maloney. He'll fire a long one. Good if it goes. He nearly sunk that one. We're at the half. Blue Goals leading Gustavus 35-28. We'll take an extended break. When we return, we'll recap the first half. We'll have some stats for you. But for now, we'll step aside. You are watching men's college basketball on BlueGolds.com and the WIEC network.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them. Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
America, get back on track with Dust Pods Performance Stabilizer. When applied to roadways, it kills dust and strengthens the integrity of the road. Easily applied by mixing with water. Dust Pods is the future in polymer stabilization. Call 1-833-DUST-PODS or visit dustpods.com today.
This is Price Slice from Festival Foods. It's how you can save big every time you visit. You'll find thousands of your favorite items with sliced prices, and we're constantly slicing more. Get
This is a Wisconsin farmer. She grows the locally sourced freshness, the freshness that complements the wild-caught salmon, the salmon that tees up the cheesecake, the cheesecake that sweetens every moment. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
Nobody pays more money for nice, locally owned vehicles than we do.
We pay big bucks every day of the week except Sundays.
If you've got a vehicle you'd like to sell, bring it to Eau Claire Ford Lincoln Quick Lane.
We'll give you an instant appraisal and cash offer.
With no pressure and no obligation.
We bought hundreds of locally owned vehicles because people like how easy it is.
How much safer it is, and how much more money they got.
Eau Claire Ford Lincoln Quick Lane. Thanks for thinking of us first.
Commitment to excellence. That's the Blue Gold standard. It's the same for E.O. Johnson Business Technologies and LockNet Managed IT. We want you to be the best in your business, so we provide the gold standard in print, data security, document management, and scanning. This is our commitment. E.O. Johnson Business Technologies, your business better. LockNet Managed IT, your business secure.
Football season is just a few short days away, and here at Milwaukee Burger Company, we are gearing up for what may be our most exciting season yet.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes, act with respect, and be officially human.
Got the sausage.
Dad.
Oh my God.
Perfect.
Holy, what's the password? There you go. There he goes. There he goes. He got it. I want a Sunday. Kind of love.
Pump up the savings with Festival Foods Gas Rewards. How does it work? Simple. Grab your card in store. Register online. Get points for every grocery run. Then roll up to Quick Trip and watch the prices roll back. Festival Foods Gas Rewards.
Sports fans, we pack stadiums, arenas, and local gyms every day. And every sports fan is uniquely human. Seeing each play with your own eyes, triggering your own emotions, And as humans, we won't agree on every call, but we can act with empathy and consideration. So put yourself in the official shoes. Be more than a fan. Be officially human.
I forgot the sausage. You guys ready to eat? There you go.
America, get back on track with Dust Pods Performance Stabilizer. When applied to roadways, it kills dust and strengthens the integrity of the road. Easily applied by mixing with water, Dust Pods is the future in polymer stabilization. Call 1-833-DUST-PODS or visit dustpods.com today.
This is Price Slice from Festival Foods. It's how you can save big every time you visit. You'll find thousands of your favorite items with sliced prices, and we're constantly slicing more. Get what's on your list for less with Price Slice.
This is a Wisconsin farmer. She grows the locally sourced freshness, the freshness that complements the wild-caught salmon, the salmon that tees up the cheesecake that sweetens every moment. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
Nobody pays more money for nice, locally owned vehicles than we do.
We pay big bucks every day of the week except Sundays.
If you've got a vehicle you'd like to sell, bring it to Eau Claire Ford Lincoln Quick Lane.
We'll give you an instant appraisal and cash offer.
With no pressure and no obligation.
We bought hundreds of locally owned vehicles because people like how easy it is.
How much safer it is, and how much more money they got.
Eau Claire Ford Lincoln Quick Lane. Thanks for thinking of us first.
Commitment to excellence. That's the Blue Gold Standard. It's the same for E.O. Johnson Business Technologies and LockNet Managed IT. We want you to be the best in your business, so we provide the gold standard in print, data security, document management, and scanning. This is our commitment. E.O. Johnson Business Technologies, your business better. LockNet Managed IT, your business secure.
We're back.
We're back at the Sonatech Center. Getting set to start the second half. Blue Golds by 7 over the Gusties. Bob Radovich and Andrew Thaler with you courtside here at Sonatech. And Andrew, why don't we check out the first half stats?
Well, what I just take a look at, first of all, for something good for the Gusties, they have scored 10 points off the bench where the Blue Golds have only scored 2. So when it comes to subbing in, they've had a lot more scoring off of the bench ability. But, I mean, we've been saying a lot that the Gusties have been trying to pound in the paint, but, I mean, they're losing that battle right now. I mean, they've only scored 10 from the paint, whereas the Eau Claire scored 16. And then from second chance points, Eau Claire's winning that too. The only thing that you can really give the Gusties other than that is, well, Eau Claire's has had 3 more turnovers than them. So the Gusties, they got to figure out their paint problem. I mean, they're 10 for 28 from the field. I think if they can really figure this out, really figure out their shooting, they can make a big comeback here.
Gustavus, 10 of 28 from the floor. Blue Golds are 13 of 26. UW-EC with the lead. Led in scoring by Carter Hushka, who's got 9, Michael Casper 8, Drew Maloney 7. On the flip side for Gustavus, Brady Keenitz has 9, Jake Schmidt has 8. Still anybody's game, and like we talked about in the first half, Andrew, that this game has definitely been played in the half court. We have not seen a lot of up and down fast break basketball. I wouldn't expect a whole lot to change. I mean, just looking at the personnel for these two teams, looking at the way they play and the way they're coached, these are teams that, you know, like to play inside out. Maybe the Blue Golds are a little bit more perimeter oriented, but, you know, I think we're going to see more of the same in the second half. They switch sides. And, you know, one of the things that I was talking to Spencer Flayton of the sports information staff here at UW-EC, I said, I would love to see an analysis at the end of the year what the shooting percentages are for each basket. Blue Gold second half go against the basket that does not have the seats, so a little bit more of a traditional setup when you look at a gymnasium or an arena. Out of the corner there was Drew Maloney. Ring it up for him.
That's his third 3 of the game, and he was pretty good that first half, but kind of as you were saying, we are going to see a lot more half-court basketball, and more of the Blue Golds adapting, because yesterday they really did use the half-court, the fast breaks, I should say, scoring 8 points off of fast breaks.
Wyatt Olson backing in on Hushka. Olson trying to gain some space. Hushka walling up, but Olson drops in the jump hook. Hushka's got him by maybe an inch or 2. And Olson, a little bigger bodied guy. Oh, nice pass, Renta. Maloney couldn't finish, but he'll head to the line.
So it kind of just evens out there. Yeah, Hushka's got the inch, but Owens he's got the body, so he can play a little more hard on him. But Hushka's got the advantage so far when it comes to scoring.
Maloney, that's his 11th point. He's got 12. Hushka has 9. And Casper has 8 for the Blue Golds, so good balance for UW-EC. Olson up top. Dribble handoff to Keenitz. Back to Olson. Again, operating on Hushka. Olson couldn't finish that time, but he gets it back, misses the layup, and misses the tip. Oh, frustrating trip for Olson that time.
Again, they're just trying to get that going in the paint, and it's not working. I mean, I think they should just switch it up and try to go more perimeter, because that has worked for them today. They're shooting 5 for 10 from 3.
Casper will launch from distance, and that is good. Well behind the three-point arc. Casper up to 11 points. The lead is 13.
Hasn't missed a 3 yet tonight. 3 for 3.
Good work in the lane, even Weaker. Weaker goes 6'4", 205. Used his strength right there. Renta up top. Hesitation, dribble, nearly loses it. And he does lose it. Here's Olsen on Hushka. Count it, and the foul.
Hushka's not happy with that foul, but I mean, he did give a little bit of contact on Olsen.
And a little slow to get up is Adam Bewin. He was one of the guys that hit the deck when they were doubling Renta up top. Checking in now for Gustavus is Miles Barnett.
And Hall's going in for Eau Claire for Hushka.
So Wyatt Olson to the line for Gustavus. He's got 6 points. Olsen completes the traditional three-point play, and that pulls the Gusties within 8.
Blue Goals just got to keep on doing what they're doing, scoring when they got the shot.
Hall has it. On the wing, Maloney. Dishes to Litzen, blocked by Barnett. Swanson over to Barnett. We find Olsen to Barnett. Back in his way on Renta.
When they take Hushka out, the Gusties just play a lot more better in the paint. Hushka's just really good in there.
Lead down to 6.
Another thing you'll notice on offense for these Blue Goals is when they have Hushka out, you'll see Lichten take a lot more aggressive in the paint because Hall doesn't usually score as much.
And lost out of bounds. It was Litzen trying to go baseline. A lot of traffic down there, and turnover gives it back to Gustavus. So Gustie's on a little bit of a run here. Another matchup between UW-Eau Claire and Gustavus Adolphus coming up right after this one. It'll be women's basketball. Blue Goals looking for their first win. Here's Litzen. And another three-pointer, Drew Maloney. Good closeout by the Gusties, but Maloney dropped it in anyway. We back up to 9. Olsen. Now Keenitz wanted to slip it back to Olsen. A steal. Blue Goals in transition. We haven't seen a lot of transition opportunities tonight, and Gustavus doing a really nice job getting back on defense.
I'll take
Casper up top. Maloney, no good. Rebound, Weaker.
I'd say both teams are doing a really great job of getting back on defense. I mean, again, it's just stopping all fast breaks of even having a chance of happening.
Weaker spinning in half number 2. Blue Goals leading the Gusties 46-37. We'll step aside. Back with more basketball on BlueGolds.com and the WIAC network.
Football season is just a few short days away, and here at Milwaukee Burger Company, we are gearing up for what may be our most exciting season yet.
Sports fans, we cheer on our favorite teams at fields, gyms, arenas, and stadiums. But have you ever wondered what it's like to be a referee? Verbal abuse from fans, parents, and coaches is the #1 reason why many referees are walking away. And they're not being replaced quickly enough by new ones. So put yourself in the official shoes, act with respect, and be officially human.
Blue Goals leading the Gusties by 9, but Wyatt Olson of the Gusties at the free throw line. Bob Radovich, Andrew Thaler with you courtside here at the Sonntag. And Andrew, have you seen either team making a lot of adjustments going from the first half to the second?
I would say, I mean, we see a little bit, but I would say the Gusties have been trying, I think, stay a little bit out of the paint. But also, I mean, when they are in the paint, it's now starting to work. As we see an air ball off of the free throw there. That's the only, I think, for the Blue Golds wise, I would say they're really just doing the same. They're just facilitating and passing around until they can finally find an open shot. And it's what's worked for them tonight. It's what worked for them last night.
Renta, Maloney had some space there. Chose to keep running the offense. Litzen, Renta, three-pointer, no good. Hall was in good position for the offensive rebound, but the Gusties did a good job collapsing. Launching the three-pointer and hitting it is Keenitz, and he's going to have a chance to complete a 4-point play.
Keenitz is a really great catch-and-shoot guy. I mean, now he's at 12, all of them coming from three-pointers. And now he's a chance to put the game within 4.
Keenitz out of Raymond, Minnesota is another senior. It's a very veteran Gustavus Adolphus team. 46-42, Blue Golds in the lead, but the Gusties have managed to stay in this one and have definitely closed the gap. Key possession here for UW-EC. Renta, step back three, it's no good. And a rebound goes to Jake Schmidt. Gives it up to Burnett. The drive, no good. And the rebound for Kellen, and he drops it in. We got ourselves a 2-point game.
Blue Golds, they got to slow it down. They got to figure something out here.
Renta on the drive. Picks up the dribble. Maloney now with it. Shot no good. Renta, rebound. He'll go to the line. A good extra effort that time by Renta to corral that air ball and make something positive out of it.
Renta's great from the free throw line. He went 6 for 6 yesterday, so this will be a good shot to get some points on the board.
Renta gets the hometown roll right there.
Got scared I jinxed him for a second.
2-2, Andre Renta lead back up to 4. Walking it up is Keenitz, picked up by Renta. Here's Kellen on the back cut. Keenitz, extra pass, and that winds up out of bounds. A really nice cut by Barnett. May have been better served to go to the basket. So the Blue Golds have the possession, leading by 4. Whistle off the ball. And they're going to get the foul on Miles Barnett. Wyatt Olson back in for Gustavus. Here's Litzen. Now Maloney. And they're going to get a touch foul up top, and that goes on Barnett. So 2 quick fouls for Miles Barnett.
They've been very even with their fouls. They've had 12 total fouls, but the most anyone has is 2.
Renta gets it back. Renta on the drive. And he gets it swatted by Barnett. But Renta somehow finds Petzold, who can't put it in. Gustavus basketball down 4. Swanson on the drive. Drops that one in to make it a 2-point game.
Blue Goats, they got to make a sub or something. They got to get some momentum back on their side. They've been missing Hushka, who's out right now because of foul trouble.
Petzold to Maloney. Renta on the drive, gives it up, Litzen. Kick out, Hall for 3, yes!
He is not a three-point shooter, but I guess he is tonight.
Well, the key there, I think he got a chance to set his feet. And a good follow-through, dropped it in to make it a 5-point game. Foul off the ball. That's going to go on Grant Petzold. Caden Lecce back in for UW-EC. We get a timeout on the floor. We'll step aside as well. 11:44 to go. Blue Golds 51, Gusties 46. You're watching men's college basketball on BlueGolds.com and the WIAC network.
Pump up the savings with Festival Foods Gas Rewards. How does it work? Simple. Grab your card in store. Register online. Get points for every grocery run. Then roll up to Quick Trip and watch the prices roll back. Festival Foods Gas Rewards.
Coming another timeout. Blue Golds leading by 5 over Gustavus Adolphus. Blue Golds trying to get to 2-0. While the Gusties are looking to avoid starting with an 0-2 record. Be Gustavus basketball when we get back to live action. Maloney, Hall, Petzold, Lecce, and Litzen, the 5 on the floor for UW-EC.
The biggest thing you know about the Gusties from the second half is that they've shot 58% from the field. So they're just shooting all in all better than the Blue Goats, who only shot 36.
Swanson, a lot of contact. They play on. Litzen hands it off to Maloney. Litzen with 10 on the shot clock. Petzold. Petzold on the drive, gets to the glass, no. Officials rule that it was last touched by the Gusties.
In the first half, we saw a lot of those kind of rollers on the rim kind of go Blue Goats' way, but in this half, we're just not seeing it. Those balls that were going in the first half aren't going in this half.
Carson Cook, Adam Bewin back in for the Gusties. Lecce to throw it in for the Blue Golds, who lead by 5. Coming up on the 11-minute mark here, second half. Hall thought about the 3. Now Litzen, back to Hall. Under 10 on the shot clock. Lecce trying to go up and under. No, but Hall nearly had the putback. Working hard down low and finishing is Jake Schmidt.
The one thing that these Blue Goats really need is they need Hushka in there, because Hushka has been out, as I said, because of foul trouble. I mean, he's been the one that's been stopping them at the paint a lot tonight.
Jake Schmidt up to 10 points for Gustavus. And right on cue, Pushka at the scorer's table getting ready to check in. Tough shot that time by Maloney. A little bit of a bailout foul there. It's going to go on Jake Schmidt. So 2 shots coming now for Maloney. Two shots coming for Maloney. Evan Weaker in for Gustavus. Blue Golds will counter with Casper, Renta, and Hushka will replace Maloney, assuming Maloney drops this free throw in. He does not, so it's a 4-point game.
Just getting Casper and Renton there is going to also help a lot for the Blue Golds.
Behind the arc, Swanson. Here's Olsen backing in. Olsen, jump hook, no good. Tipped up and in, Evan Weaker. That's got the Gustavus bench up off their seats.
The momentum is just, it's really on the Gusty side right now. The Blue Golds got to get something going.
It was a 7-point game at the half with UW-EC leading 35-28, but as you pointed out, Andrew, the Gusty shooting percentage definitely better in this second half.
Yeah, they've shot 43% from the field. Blue Golds have jumped up a little bit, but they're at 42 right now.
It is now a 1-point game. Under 10 minutes to go. Renta. Hands off to Lidson. Back to Renta. Baseline drive. Kick out. Casper. No good. Hushka the rebound. Down low. Cade Hall. Won't get the roll.
Not getting the call either.
Wyatt Olson the rebound. Now Barnett. On the drive. Weaker. Kick out. Barnett. Weaker with under 15 on the shot clock. Cook cut off of the baseline. Pull-up jumper, no good.
I mean, already you can just tell Hushka's just a difference in there. I mean, just such a defensive presence that they're scared to go in the paint a little bit.
Renta on the drive. Tough shots. But he will head to the line. And another foul whistled on Miles Barnett. That sends Andre Renta to the line. He's got 6 points.
As I was saying earlier, great free throw shooter. Great at also just drawing those fouls.
Renta makes it a 2-point lead for the Blue Golds. Back in for Gustavus, Spencer Swanson, and Brady Keenitz. To a 2, Andre Renta.
As I said, great free throw shooter by Renta there.
I got a feeling we're going to see a lot of trips to the free throw line down the stretch. 16 fouls for the Gusties. Next one puts the Blue Golds in the bonus. Claire with 5 team fouls. Barnett. Nicely done by the Gusties.
Gusties are just hitting their shots right now.
Got Barnett into the paint. He had some space. He dropped it in. Back to a 1-point game. Renta. Hushka. Count it. And the foul. So back in for the Blue Golds is Maloney. That is also the 7th team foul on the Gusties. So Blue Golds in the bonus for the remainder of this half. Hushka up to 11 points, trying to make it 12. Unable to do so. Olsen had the rebound, got undercut there. Foul's going to go on the Blue Golds. Carter Litzen will pick up the foul.
We're going to see a very great end of this game here. 3-point game. Blue Golds starting to get going a little bit, but the Gusties are fighting back.
Yeah, that they have. Again, 7-point game at the half. And, you know, we talked a little bit about strategy, and Gustavus has been able to just run their offense and run it through the post. It's been effective. You could tie it with the 3 or pull within 1 with the bucket.
I mean, the biggest thing you notice, the Blue Golds are 1 for 6 in the last 6 shots. They just haven't been able to get the shots to go in.
Swanson, turnaround jumper is good. Took his time. Got some space. Put it up with the soft touch. 1-point Blue Gold lead. Which team can execute better down the stretch? Casper got it.
Gosh, can he hit those? He is just off the ball, catches it, shoots. He's just so great at that.
4-point lead, UW-EC. Barnett on the drive will back it out. Down low, Olsen. Operating on Hushka. Contact. And a foul. Hushka pleading his case to no avail. We have got a timeout on the floor. 7:12 remaining. We're setting up for a fantastic finish here at the Sonotag. Gusties, Blue Golds. We're back in a bit on BlueGolds.com and the WIEC network.
Sports fans, we pack stadiums, arenas, and local gyms every day. And every sports fan is uniquely human. Seeing each play with your own eyes, triggering your own emotions. And as humans, we won't agree on every call, but we can act with empathy and consideration. So put yourself in the official shoes. Be more than a fan. Be officially human.
Back at the Sonotag, Blue Golds leading the Gusties by 4 with 7:12 remaining. Gustavus will be at the free throw line. Wyatt Olsen is up to 8 points. He's been a warrior on the boards and playing inside for the Gusties.
Yeah, 6 rebounds tonight, 2 for 3 from the free throw line, 8 points. I mean, he's just been reliable.
Yeah, what you're looking for out of a fifth-year guy, I mean, you can get that good senior leadership. Upperclassmen showing the younger guys how it is at the college level. And kind of guy that just about any coach would love to have.
Seems like we had a clock issue.
They're going to go to the replay. Not sure exactly what they are going to look at. Olsen was getting set to check out for Gustavus. Dawson Kellen set to check back in. As it is, it's 7:06 remaining. Blue Golds by 3.
They might be checking a lane violation.
Actually, I think they're trying to sync, reset game clock and shot clock. So now Gustavus makes the substitution with Kellen in for Wyatt Olsen.
Hushka's going to be sitting for a while now. He's at 4 fouls, so they're not going to play him until the end.
So what we have, 7:08 on the game clock, 26 on the shot clock. Renta into the front court. Blue Goals with the ball up 3. Renta to Casper. Contact. Foul goes on Gustavus. The block charge, toughest call in basketball.
Hard call because it looks like a charge. It also looks like a blocking foul. I mean, it's hard call to make, but it just didn't go the Gusties' way.
Casper to the line. He's got 14. Make it 15 for Casper. Another free throw made, and he will tie Drew Maloney for the team lead.
He struggled yesterday from the free throw line, going 2 for 7 as he misses that one there.
So it's a 4-point lead for Gustavus. Again, Gustavus playing through the post. Off the glass, no good that time for Kellen. Scramble for the ball, kick out. Keenitz for 3.
He's only made his shots off the threes tonight and 1 free throw, so he has been great tonight just off the ball.
Keenitz, 16 points. Blue Golds, again by 1. Renta. Strong off the glass, no. Swanson the rebound. Walker with it. Backs his way in, counted in the foul. Evan Weaker gives the Gusties the lead.
That is the last time they've had the lead since 13 minutes and 22 seconds left in the first half.
We got another timeout. We'll step aside as well. Blue Golds now down 1. You're watching men's college basketball on BlueGolds.com and the WIAC network. Blue Golds find themselves behind after leading the majority of this game. It's Gustavus 61, UW-EC 60.
I think the biggest thing that's just really happened this half is that we just haven't seen Hushka because he's been in foul trouble the entire time. He's maybe played 4 minutes of this half, and it's just something that they've just dearly missed because his presence just on the court is just so scary. I mean, in the paint, he's just such a defensive threat, and then on offense in the paint, he's always there for a good pass for a shot. And I mean, they're just missing him. I mean, Hall's great. He's usually one that comes in for Hushka, but he's just not much of a scorer. He's great on defense, but he's not much of a scorer.
So Weaker trying to complete the traditional three-point play. He does not. Blue Golds ball down 1. Maloney up top. Now Casper. Renta. Maloney again. Operating on Olsen. Renta backs it out. 5 on the shot clock. Double teamed. Renta in trouble. Tough shot, no good. Rebound Hall. Extra pass, Casper, three-pointer. It's no good. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Blue Golds. Gusties ball up 1, 5:20 remaining.
Blue Golds just can't get a shot to go right now. I mean, it's just something they need. They just need the luck. They're putting up good shots. The ball's just not going in the hoop.
Gusties looking to extend their lead. Olsen at the high post. Won't get the bucket, but he'll head to the line. So Cade Hall picks up the foul. 2 fouls on Cade Hall. Wyatt Olson to the line.
Olsen now 3 for 6 from the free throw line tonight. I mean, he struggled a little bit from there.
Little hitch in that motion, came up short that one. So a break for the Blue Golds.
Blue Golds need to get something to go here. They just need to put a shot in the basket. A little bit of a energy boost for them. But the Gusties, they're just so great on defense.
Blitzen to Maloney. Hall has it. Blitzen. Casper, 3-pointer, got it.
That's what we needed. That is what the Blue Golds needed. They needed something like that.
3-pointer coming at a good time for UW-EC. Here's Olsen. Cross court, 3-pointer. Swanson right back at you.
And
Gusties by 1.
Hushka's come back in to end this game.
Blitzen passes on the 3. Cade Hall. Shot clock ticking down. Down to 5. Maloney loses it. Scramble for the loose ball into the hands of Renta. They wave that one off. Blue Golds let the shot clock tick down on that one and had to put up a tough shot. Even though they got the basketball, it couldn't beat the shot clock. Timeout on the floor, 3:50 to go. Blue Golds down 1. You're watching men's college basketball on BlueGolds.com and the WIEC network. All right, coming on the stretch here at the Sonotag. Gustavus Adolphus, 64. UW-Eau Claire, 63. We got 3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. It's Gusties' ball after the Blue Golds were unable to get a shot off before the clock expired. Barnett will walk it up.
Having Hushka back in now for the Blue Golds is going to really help.
Olsen back and Hushka down. Glass. And good.
They need Hushka.
Hushka's got to be real. He can't play the way he normally would, playing with those 4 fouls.
That's what I was about to say.
Casper, no. Barnett the rebound. No good. And then a scramble on the rebound. And they're going to get Barnett on the foul. That's 4 fouls on Miles Barnett.
He had 0 fouls about 5 minutes ago.
Weaker will check in for Gustavus at the line. Drew Maloney. He's got 16. Casper has 18 for the Blue Golds.
Maloney's 4 for 6 from the free throw line tonight.
Next one to make it a 1-point game. Blue Goals have 2 timeouts left. Gusty's 3. Each team with 9 team fouls, so getting close to double bonus time for both clubs. Olsen. They're going to isolate him on Hushka.
I think they're trying to just foul him out of the game.
And they just did. Tyler Hushka can't believe it. He thought he had walled up on Olsen. Hushka has fouled out of the game.
He fouled out yesterday, and the Blue Goats had to finish without him.
Hushka looking for an explanation, but his day is done. Cade Hall back in for UW-EC, so you not only lose one of your top defenders in Hushka, you lose a guy, a veteran presence, and a scorer.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard to finish this game without him. I mean, every single time he's been on the floor is when they've really had their runs, and when he isn't on the floor is when they've struggled. And I don't know how the rest of this game's going to go, but the Blue Goats really need him to finish out.
In and out that time, knocked not out of bounds. Good hustle by the Gusties. Weaker tried to save it off one of the UW-EC players, but was unable to do so. Kind of a fortunate turn of events right there for the Blue Goals. The missed free throw, and they were nearly about to go out of bounds themselves and give it back to the Gusties. As it is, down 3, Renta on the drive. Backs in, offensive foul. Good defense that time by the Gusties. Keenitz was in position according to the officials. Gusties ball up 3. Olsen gets to the low block. Backing in on Maloney. Olsen. He's got 2 more.
He does that so well, backing in and then getting the shot off.
Clyde Olsen up to 14 points.
They can't stop him.
Renta. Count it. And the foul. Andre Renta. Renta into double figures. He's got 10.
They got to make this and play, and then get back on defense and play hard on defense. They got to stop the back down by Olsen. I mean, the Gusties are just passing it to him and just letting him do it.
3-point play for Renta. 2-point lead for Gustavus.
You see, I saw a look there by the coach to Olsen, and yep, they're gonna just get it right. They're gonna get to him right away.
Dribble handoff. Weaker. He's got 2 more. 71-67. Evan Weaker up to 12 points. All 5 guys on the floor for Gustavus. Now into double figures. Renta. Contact down low. And the foul is going to go on Wyatt Olsen. Third foul on Olsen. Double bonus time for the Blue Goals, and Andre Renta back at the line. Down to 1:42 left. Friendly roll for Renta is up to, 12 points.
Blue Goats on defense. They got to figure something out. If they have to double or what. If they have to let a 3-point shot get open, they might have to let it because they have just been killed in the paint in the second half.
Blue Goals need a stop, down 2. Time winding down here, second half. 3-pointer, Weaker. No, Renta the rebound.
As I said, they have to let a 3-point shot happen, and that's what they did. They doubled.
Cade Hall, 3-pointer, yes! Blue Goals in the lead. Got the home crowd excited. Olsen with it. On the drive, weaker, contact, and a foul on UW-EC. That'll send the Gusties to the line. We're under a minute to go. Patesol to check in for UW-EC.
That's another loss for the Blue Golds. They just now lost Litzen.
5th foul on Carter Litzen. His day is done. Hushka's already fouled out. Grant Patesol is in for the Blue Golds. So the Blue Golds get another ball handler and a shooter on the floor, but they give up a little size, although I think we're going to see some offensive, defensive substitutions here the rest of the way for both teams.
Yeah, most definitely. They just want to do that, so they want the best players in every scenario. I mean, we have many timeouts left, so we're going to see a lot of timeouts called to finish this game.
Weaker up to 13 points. This to get him to 14, and he comes up a bit short. Tie game. Under a minute to go. Blue Golds and Gusties in a battle here at the Sonatag.
Couldn't ask for a better game than this right here.
Casper back to Renta. 15 on the shot clock. To close out that time by Schmidt. 5 on the shot clock. Renta, three-pointer, rims out. Ball out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by the Blue Golds.
Shot clock turns off with 29 seconds left.
And they're going to look at the replay again. So here's the situation. We will keep it here in this timeout. 29 seconds left. All tied, 72 apiece.
This is a big call here. 29 seconds. If either team just gets to develop a shot here now. Whoever gets the ball.
Yeah, and depending on the outcome of this call, it's going to really set up strategy. And I think for either coaching staff, you got to prepare for either outcome.
So I was about to say, you have to prepare what to do on defense, what to do on offense here. I mean, if I was the Gusties, you give it to Olsen, you let him back down. Today he's in the last maybe 5-10 minutes, he's probably scored, I think, 8 points off that. Just backing him down, either just putting it up or spitting out and then putting it up, and he's just made them.
He has been the sure thing, especially in the second half. And once they got Hushka in foul trouble, Gustavus, hey, credit to their coaching staff, credit to Wyatt Olsen for recognizing that situation and just continuing to pound it. I mean, this has not been this has just been a pretty basic game plan. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that they recognized that they thought they had a mismatch, and they're going to keep going there until the other team shows it can stop it.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of a personnel, and it was something you pointed out that UW-EC might have just a little bit of a height advantage, but in terms of strength and physical size, maybe a little edge Gusties.
Well, they also lose that height advantage when you lose Hushka. Hushka being 6'7", he's, I think, the tallest on the floor for either team. I mean, he's not being able to play it. You lose that. And also, what the Blue Golds now have to do is they have to double and force a three because now, to be honest, the Gusties have been good on three tonight, but if a three is, in general, just a harder shot to make, and if they can force a three, it's a little less of a sure thing.
Brady Keenitz asking his teammates, are they going to New York? Are they calling? No, I think they're just going to decide it right here in Eau Claire. It at the very least gives the teams a little chance to
catch their breath.
Catch their breath, get a little refocused, and just seeing the Gusty players in front of us, they look pretty loose. They're having fun. But the thing is, you have to. Yeah, it's a tense situation, but the reality is it's the second game of the season. Absolutely you want to win, but it's not like your season's on the line. This is the playoffs or anything like that. So, again, that's that veteran leadership, and that's what they get out of guys like Keenitz and Wyatt Olsen.
Yeah, now with the you can see that they're more smiling, a little more loose, and the Blue Gulls a little more tense up. They gotta loose up. It's gonna stand. The call is gonna stand. It is the Gusties ball.
All right, the question now is, when do the Blue Gulls foul? Do they let them get in the front court, or they give that foul right away?
Well, it's a tied ball game. I don't know if they have to foul.
Well, but here's the point. You know, at some point you'd like the last shot. I think there's a couple different ways you can play it. I think if you can get a steal, you do that. Point being is if you're going to try that and you commit a foul, better to do that earlier.
Yes.
And then the other side of that is Gustavus going to just run time off the clock and then likely get it down low? In other words, they don't, the shot clock off, they can run it down to 5 and then get something started.
Yeah.
So at this point, I think they go to they probably have an option 1, an option 2, and then maybe, something on a kick out.
I think what they do here is they wait. They at least waste 10 seconds. You let the clock run, and then you start running your offense. You let a shot open. If you get a shot open, you take it. If you can't, let the clock drain more, and just wait till you get that shot open.
Swanson picked up by Cade Hall. 15 seconds left. Olsen up top. Operating on Maloney. Maloney walling up. Olsen nearly traveled, puts it up, doesn't get the roll. Offensive rebound. They let him play, and we are headed to overtime. Overtime here at the Sonntag, all tied up, 72 apiece. We'll take a break right now. When we return, we'll have that OT period for you. You're watching men's college basketball on BlueGolds.com and the WIAC network. Overtime here at the Sonntag. Blue Gulls, Gusties, all tied up. We got 5 minutes back in the game clock. Each team will get an additional timeout. So what that means is Blue Gulls have 3 left. The Gusties also 3 left. Won by Gustavus.
One thing you notice off of the first to second half is that the Gusties scored 26 more points in the paint in the second half than they did in the first half. So that's definitely been a focus for them in this last half.
Keenitz won't get the roll. Blue Gulls with the rebound. Nice job by Maloney boxing out Wyatt Olsen. Blue Gulls' first possession of the OT. Paetzold on the drive. Gets it swatted. Blocked by Barnett. He heads the other way. Barnett, little Euro step. Hoop won't have that one.
Shots missed from both sides so far.
And an offensive foul. The Blue Gulls don't like that one at all. Goes on Renta. They're going to say it's a moving pick for Andre Renta now. That's his 3rd foul. Neither team has scored yet in the overtime. Swanson on the baseline. Goes glass and scores. Gusties by 2.
Blue Golds need a score.
Renta, that ball kicked. Clock resets, the shot clock that is resets to 20. Renta to inbounds. Hall now has it. Patesold, we get a whistle. I think we've got another shot clock situation. As it stands now, 3:38 to go in this first overtime period. There's 18 on the shot clock. And they're going to send the teams to their respective benches as they get this all sorted out. So let's do this. Let's take a 30-second timeout, and we'll come back right after that. With the remainder of the overtime, you're watching BlueGolds.com and the WIAC Network.
Nobody pays more money for nice, locally owned vehicles than we do.
We pay big bucks every day of the week except Sundays.
If you've got a vehicle you'd like to sell, bring it to Eau Claire Ford Lincoln Quick Lane.
We'll give you an instant appraisal and cash offer.
With no pressure and no obligation.
We bought hundreds of locally owned vehicles because people like how easy it is.
How much safer it is, and how much more money they got.
Eau Claire Ford Lincoln Quick Lane. Thanks for thinking of us first.
Commitment to excellence. That's the Blue Gold standard. It's the same for E.O. Johnson Business Technologies and LockNet Managed IT. We want you to be the best in your business, so we provide the gold standard in print, data security, document management, and scanning. This is our commitment. E.O. Johnson Business Technologies, your business better. LockNet Managed IT, your business secure.
Shot clock was reset to 15. It's now looking at 10. Renta up top. Nice dish down low, but look at Olsen with the rejection.
Just great defense there by Olsen, just seeing what was happening and just getting up there and swatting that ball away.
Maloney thought he had an easy bucket. Olsen said no. Here's Swanson backing in. On the repost, Swanson again, operating on Hall. Tough shot, no good, and they're going to get the foul on Miles Barnett. And he is fouled out. So Barnett's day is done. Gustavus will bring Evan Weaker back, one of the starters. At the line is Grant Patesold, the sophomore.
Barnett's going to be someone that they miss. He's had 6 rebounds tonight, 6 points, 3 blocks. They're going to miss him.
Yeah, he brings the quickness and the tenacity.
When he's been on the floor, they've had a plus-minus of 3.
Patesold now to make it a 1-point game with 3:04 left in the OT. Patesold 1 of 2. Gusties have the basketball up by 1.
Only 3 total points scored in the first 2 minutes of this OT.
Olsen on the drive, got tangled up with Maloney, who will pick up the foul. So to the line is Wyatt Olsen.
He's now 5 for 10 from the free throw line tonight.
2-point lead, Gustavus. Under 3 minutes to go in the OT. Olsen 1 of 2, back tap by Weaker. And they're going to get the foul here. Andre Renta picks up the foul on that scramble. So back to the line go the Gusties. How about that? The young man was doing his work with the mop. So he just the ref said, "Here, you hold the ball. I'll do the mopping."
Oh, that's good. That gave me
I
a good
wish
laugh.
somebody would have made that trade with me, because I'd much rather have the ball in my hands than a mop in my hands.
Yeah.
That's just me. Olsen back to the line. He is now up to 16 points, make it 17.
Those were some big free throws. 4-point lead for the Gusties.
Renta up top. He had Maloney on the roll. Renta will take it himself, countered, and the foul. Just what the Blue Golds needed there. A bucket, a foul. On top of that, the clock stops.
And you get Renta at the line, one of their best free throw shooters. 7 for 7 tonight.
Renta stays perfect from the stripe, back to a 1-point margin. Weaker got himself in the air. He avoided the turnover, but they don't avoid the turnover there. Jake Schmidt dribbled it into the lane, but it caromed off his foot and out of bounds. Now the Blue Golds have a chance to regain the lead.
Blue Golds got to take advantage of these little slips. If these slips happen and the Blue Golds can score, they can gain some momentum.
Renta will take it in. He is fouled.
Again,
Foul on Weaker.
As I said earlier, he's just great at drawing those fouls.
He's one of those guys that's got great acceleration. He can kind of lull you to sleep, and then he's just, boom, he just takes off.
He's a smaller guy, but he's really strong when he's going to lane. Like, he's just used all the power that he can in there.
That free throw ties it.
He's now 9 for 9 from the free throw line. He has not missed yet tonight. There it is.
Announcer jinx. Tie game, 77 all, coming up on 2 minutes remaining in overtime. This has been everything we thought it would be. Here's Swanson. Spins, won't get the roll. Olsen, rebound, got it. Wyatt Olsen. Tough underneath, rebound in the bucket. Back comes Renta. Fouled on the drive.
Again, back to the line for Renta. Going back to Olsen, though, I mean, he's got 8 rebounds here tonight. He's got 9 rebounds and 19 points now. I mean, he's just so consistent there in the paint. He's so hard to out-rebound, especially with Hushka out.
Renta rattles that one home. This one for the tie.
Great end to this game.
Yeah, we get good seats for this one, don't we?
Oh, great.
Good way to spend a late afternoon Saturday here at the Sonatag. 2-2 for Renta, 79 all.
We're seeing two great teams going at it with 1:30 left in this game. We're all tied up at 79-79.
Here's Weaker operating on Paetzel. Weaker gets the roll. And a quick timeout by the Gusties. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. Back with the finish of this one on BlueGolds.com and the WIEC Network.
Football season is just a few short days away, and here at Milwaukee Burger Company, we are gearing up for what may be our most exciting season yet.
1:15 left in the overtime. Gustavus 81, UW-Eau Claire 79.
Blue Gold's got to get a score here. What they also have to try to do is they have to try to get Olsen in a foul here, because he's at 4. If he gets to another one, he's out of the game. And that'll be a great help for these Blue Golds.
And we'll see who Olsen matches up with. It's going to be Cade Hall. Renta up top. Takes the drive, up and under, no. And look at the job by Keenitz to tap it over to Olsen. Under a minute to go in the overtime. Gusty's ball leading by 2.
Renta had the play there. He had basically an open rim. Olsen had to fade off so he didn't foul.
Good look inside from Olsen down low to Swanson. Two of the bigs collaborating there. And with that, 5th foul on Andre Renta. So, Blue Gold's fouls piling up. Renta will head out. Caden Lecce, junior out of Kenosha, will now be running the offense for the Blue Golds. Spencer Swanson at the line. Swanson's got 12 points.
Yeah, we have 4 fouls on here, so they're just checking to see if he's at 4 or 5.
So the books kept by the Blue Gold have Renta with 5. The official score has Renta with 5. Should say that the Blue Gold's books have him at 4. So heading to the line is Spencer Swanson.
Well, the Blue Golds have now lost Renta, Litzen, and Hushka for the end of this game. That is going to be tough to finish this game out with.
Well, and you're going to look at those guys and say that's probably options 1, 2, 3 when it comes to scoring. So can the 5 guys on the court pick up the slack here for UWEC? Huge free throw coming here for Swanson, and it is good.
They still have Casper, who went for 25 yesterday, and he has 18 tonight. But
Blue Golds will get the timeout. Gustavus players thought that may have been a little bit of a travel, but I think at this point in the game, officials saw it otherwise. So we will keep it here. 83-79 is your score, and this one still far from over.
I mean, anything can happen. I mean, a Casper 3 can happen right now. I mean, he's deadly from the 3-point line. I mean, the Blue Golds still got scorers, but they've just lost 3 big ones. And I mean, you have Renta. He went out. He had 19. You had Lichten. He had 5, and you had Hushka who had 11. But when Hushka was in, he only played 19 minutes, but he hit an 11 plus minus.
Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. If you're going to look for a guy, let's say the Blue Golds score here, if you're going to look for a guy to commit a foul, I think Caden Lecce is your guy. He's got 0 fouls. Paetzel to throw it in. Lecce won't get the roll. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. So Keenitz picks up the foul. Keenitz now with 2. This to make it a 3-point game.
If he scores, they got to get back on defense, and they got to stop a foul. I mean, stop a shot.
0 of 2, rebound Keenitz. 4-point lead. Blue Girls got a foul.
They got a foul.
I mean, ideally, you try to get the foul on the worst free throw shooter on the floor, but I think at this point, you had to foul as quickly as possible to keep time on the clock. Right now, it's 28 seconds. 4-point lead for Gustavus. And at the line, Spencer Swanson. He's got 14 points. That one barely grazed the rim.
They need another miss here. The Blue Girls need another miss. They have to get down and get something.
Second free throw coming for Swanson. That's no good. Door still open for the Blue Girls. Time not on their side. Lecce on the drive. Won't get the roll. But he will head to the line to shoot a pair. 21.4 left.
And even to make his free throws.
Foul goes on Keenitz. He's got 4 now. Lecce at the line, looking for his first points of the ball game.
Makes him 0 for 3.
That one good. Timeout, Zach Malvik on the Blue Goals. We'll take a 30-second timeout as well. Back with more right after this.
Sunday, kind of love. Down. I might. Hey, how you doing? Thank you.
I forgot the sausage. Oh my God. Perfect. Holy, what's the password? There you go. There he goes. There he goes. He got it. He got it. I want a Sunday. Kind of love.
It's a 3-point lead for Gustavus with just 21.4 seconds remaining in the overtime. This has been a heck of a battle right from the get-go.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, both teams have played great. Blue Girls have just lost key players, and it's definitely affected them tonight. And I mean, they have Cashers also now in foul trouble.
Blue Girls picking up full court. They don't get the foul. Now they commit the foul on Jake Schmidt. He'll head to the line with just 17.6 remaining. Jake Schmidt at the line, sophomore out of Plymouth, Minnesota, went to Wayzata High School. Schmidt currently with 10 points.
He only shot a total of 2 free throws last year, and he made both of them.
One and two. Blue Golds don't have a lot of time. Lecce. Hall gets it, blocked by Olsen. They say Olsen stepped on the line, but that is a heck of a play by the fifth-year senior, Wyatt Olsen. And Justin DeGrood wants a timeout. We will keep it here. Well, if we had to pick a player of the game, I think Wyatt Olsen has certainly moved into maybe the pole position when it comes to that. He's done a little bit of everything.
He's got 19 points, 10 rebounds, 7 for 13 from the free throw line, 6 for 12 from the field. He's got 2 assists. He's got a steal. He's got 2 blocks. He's only turned the ball over once. I mean, he's been very reliable. I mean, he's safe with the ball. He's dominant on defense. He's hard on the glass. I mean, he just does everything.
And you know what else? He is going to dominate noon ball for about the next 20, 30 years. Yeah. With that game that he has, yeah, he'll do well at that. I played with guys like that, and that's, man, oh man. They just know how to play. They know exactly, what they're capable of doing, and they just do it well. Paintsel to throw it in. Gets it to Hall up top. Casper, 3. It rims out. Rebound, who else? Wyatt Olson.
Well, that will basically do it. Olsen, if he makes his free throws, will put it out.
You may have heard Justin DeGrode, the Gustavus coach, yelling out, "Well done." And, again, I think he would say that up and down the lineup. They've turned a 7-point halftime deficit into a lead here in the overtime, and they are just 3.5 seconds away from making this official.
I mean, it just went their way tonight.
86-80. Final seconds. Lecce. Maloney, it's no good. And Gustavus Adolphus earns a hard-fought win over UW-Eau Claire. 86-80, the final in overtime. Gusties even their record at 1-1. Blue Golds dropped to 1-1 on this young season. Andrew, we thought this was going to be a close game. Two proud programs, two teams that have had some share of success over recent years. Credit the Gusties. They did their game plan to a T, especially in that second half. They went inside, and they just kept doing it over and over and over, and they kind of shortened the game up a little bit, kept it in the half court, and came out of here with an 86-80 win.
And, I mean, the biggest thing you look at there is in the first half, they really tried to get the paint going, and they couldn't get it going. They went 10 for 28 from the field, and 5 of the shots that they had made from the field were from 3. In the second half, they go 17 for 29 from the field, but only 3 of those shots from the 3. So they just got a lot more opportunities in the paint that were just working for them, and that's what showed. And I mean, we're about to get another statistic here, but it's what worked for them tonight. And I mean, 42 total points from the paint. I mean, that's crazy. They just had a good game, and they figured it out. They figured out what was working for them and how to stop them. And the biggest thing is Hushka played 4 minutes in the second half. He just didn't get enough playing time in that second half, and that's the biggest thing that went the Gusties' way. I mean, both teams are really good, and if you have to look at these Gusties, they're going to probably be up there. They might get ranked. They might not. They received votes in the last poll. I mean, if you look at Eau Claire, they just beat the number 14th ranked team. They played a hard one. They played a great one against a team that was receiving votes, so they're going to be up there. Both teams are looking strong for this season after today and after this tournament.
America, get back on track with Dust Pods Performance Stabilizer. When applied to roadways, it kills dust and strengthens the integrity of the road. Easily applied by mixing with water, Dust Pods is the future in polymer stabilization. Call 1-833-DUST-PODS or visit dustpods.com.